Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about the recent controversy that Dell is in and how you should avoid situations like the one we are going to talk about today. But before we get into that, make sure that if you do enjoy the video, hit that like button. It really helps me out. And if you want to see more content from me, hitting that subscribe button along with the bell button will notify you whenever there is a new video out. Also, if you guys have any sort of tech questions or just want to sit and talk about tech with other people, check out the link in the description to my channel Discord. We have about 200 members and we're always looking for more. Now let's get into the video. For those of you who are avid watchers of Linus Tech Tips, you might have seen their most recent series of PC Secret Shopper. For those of you who don't know what Secret Shopper is, it's a series that the LTT Media Group makes about every 2 years, in which they buy gaming PCs from a bunch of large gaming PC companies, but they act as if they are just a regular customer, which is where the secret part of Secret Shopper comes from. They then proceed to rate the buying experience, packaging, customer service, and performance of each of these PCs. The companies that they were taking a look at in this video were IBuypower, Cyberpower, Origin PC, Maingear, HP, and Dell. Now, most of all these PCs were fine in a broad sense, though IBuypower did win overall with much better components and decent customer support and buying experiences. Now, where the controversy lies is when the girl from LTT, I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but when she ended up calling Dell to order their PC, there was a couple of things that happened that Linus, most of all, hated. First off, the sales lady asked her like 3 times if she wanted a warranty on the PC, about 2 times if she wanted to finance the PC through Dell, and at least twice if she wanted to get an antivirus plan. The biggest thing that surprised me was how patient the girl was with the sales lady. She must have gone through like this entire song and dance multiple times that day, because again, they were ordering all the PCs in the same day, and she just kept on being polite and said no to each one of the things that the sales lady was asking her for. Now, honestly, this isn't really anything new. Dell probably incentivizes their workers, or more than probably, they most likely do. They incentivize their workers to sell these warranties for a commission, because that is how companies operate when they offer warranties and antiviruses with like computers and all that other stuff. I don't completely blame the saleswoman for trying to get the LTT girl to get the warranty. Again, I'm sorry, I don't know her name. It's mainly Dell's fault for almost making their sales rep force these things on customers. Sure, I think adding a bonus if you sell one of these things is definitely a good business practice to rake in some more cash, I guess, where you might be able to, but where I think the problem lies is giving your sales reps the green light on berating customers with these warranties, financing options, and all that other crap in order for those guys to make a decent wage. And to add on to that, the Dell System was one of the worst performing systems in the lineup. The budget in the video for each PC was $2,000 Canadian, which is around $1,500 USD, and for that much money, Dell gave them a system with a GTX 1660 Ti compared to the IBuypower system that had an RTX 2070 Super. But if you take a look at the Dell website, you can get the same system for around $1,200 USD or $1,600 Canadian. As you might have guessed, with the price difference, they threw on the warranties, which added up to a sweltering 336 Canadian dollars onto the total when they specifically said that they didn't want those warranties. And there lies the huge controversy. Dell basically stole $336 from these guys, and it made them score the lowest on the Secret Shopper list. Now, that wasn't the only reason that they scored so low. They pretty much had terrible customer support, and while temperatures and upgradability were not explicitly graded, they were as good as you might think a company like Dell would provide. Many of the parts in the system were proprietary, leaving little room for upgrades down the line, and the thing ran fairly hot for being a desktop system, running just some basic benchmarks and games. Now, I know those 2 things really weren't damning, but the first part was. And it's the part where they put those warranties in the total without the buyer's consent, which, again, is illegal. But Linus said that in the case that someone was to sue Dell, it would probably end up in Dell's favor, because those additional add-ons were listed in the official invoice. However, the invoice was only sent after the order was purchased. So yes, still not a great situation. Now, as of me writing this script, there hasn't been any major public response from Dell on this issue, and it's probably best not to expect one. Dell really isn't the kind of company to do that sort of thing. They are a major corporate entity, and most of the time they don't really care too much about one review reviewer says about their systems, even though Linus Tech Tips probably is a good bit bigger than just what a one reviewer kind of thing is. They definitely have some influence, but I think in terms of just Dell on the global scale, they really don't care. So great, now we know not to buy a PC from Dell, but I want to leave you guys with some advice when it comes to buying your next pre-built, so you don't get skinned alive when you go to your next purchase. If you are somewhat competent and know how to use the computer, i.e. not clicking on suspicious links, not going on the sites that you shouldn't, you don't need a supplemental warranty. In the United States and most other countries, if you buy any sort of computer, there is an associated 1-year manufacturer's warranty. This warranty covers the computer if there is any sort of manufacturing defect with the computer with no cost to you. It does not cover you spilling water or dropping it, so if you think that might happen, then I guess you might want a supplemental warranty, but most of the time you don't need one. A second point to drive home is if you want to get good bang for your buck, do your research. You know, companies like Digital Storm's, Origin PC, and Main Gear are all terrible price performers when compared to other pre-built PCs in their price range. Make sure you compare spec by spec and the entire pricing of the computer to make sure that you're actually getting a decent deal on what you are getting. And again, if all else fails, just go and ask some stranger or just join my Discord, where again we have a lot of people that can sit down and help you with any of your buying decisions. So yeah, don't buy from Dell. Do your research and don't buy warranties because they are scams. Thanks again. If you enjoyed, making sure to hit that like button if you did like the video, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Man, I kind of feel like the saleswoman from Dell by how much I'm trying to sell myself, but hey, it worked for her, maybe it will work for me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one.